So I decided to take a little break from struggling with Unity and try something simpler. Scratch, the popular game engine for making 2D simple games. How hard can it be? Creating an account was quick and easy, which honestly already puts it leagues ahead of some other game engines. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Unity. My first impressions on the sprite editor: simple, satisfying, almost therapeutic. The sound effect editor: absolutely chaotic. I spend way too much time making weird noises instead of actually making a game. At one point, I accidentally created a sound that sounded so horrifying, I think I summoned a demon. My bad. And then I ran my first test. The programming editor: super easy to use, drag, drop, and boom, things happen. The user interface felt deceptively simple, everything looked neat, colorful, and inviting, but behind that cheerful exterior lurked the dark, cold reality of errors waiting to ruin your day. After a bit of playing around, I started making some random sprites. Ended up making a dancing potato, a floating eyeball, and something that looked suspiciously like a haunted sock. None of those were helpful, but it was a great time waster. After brainstorming for approximately 5 minutes, because that's all the time you need for true genius, I settled on a theme: snow. The idea? A snowman collecting falling snowballs to survive. Initially I wanted to add like upgrades and stuff like that, but then I remembered I am using Scratch, so I quickly accepted my fate and settled for something simpler. I made a cute little snowman sprite, but then for some reason beyond human understanding, I couldn't change its hitbox. So now this snowman is stuck to never ever touch a snowball in his life. Next up, I made this snowman shrink slowly if he hadn't been fed snowballs. The background? Oh, that was a fun 2-hour journey of perfectionism, because obviously the sky had to be the perfect shade of blue. Anything else and the entire game would be ruined. Clearly. And of course, if I overthought the sky, I was going to overthink everything. Should the snowballs fall at different speeds? Should I add wind physics? Should I make the snowman have a little scarf? No, stop it. Keep it simple. Eventually I got the core mechanics working. Snowballs fell and the snowman grew if he picked them up. And I finally felt like I was making some progress. Then I went on to adding some randomness. Turns out Scratch has a built-in block for that. Oh, wonderful. If only the real world worked like that. I eventually dialed it back. Now the game just has enough randomness to be interesting. At this point, I realized what the game really needed. Sound effects. But do I have a collection of high-quality audio clips? Nope. So naturally I did what any self-respecting game developer would do. I stole them from the internet. And after applying those and the music to the game, it was finished. This whole process made me realize something. Scratch may look simple at its surface, but it makes you do everything manually. Need a variable? Make one. Need a simple function? Scratch will laugh in your face. Oh, how I've taken you for granted. But to be fair, Scratch forces you to think about programming fundamentals. It's like training wheels, except the wheels are squares and occasionally burst into flames. And then there is Unity, where everything is complicated, but at least I don't have to manually tell my snowballs that gravity exists. The trade-offs are real. At the end of the day, I learned a lot, mostly that making a simple game is never actually simple, and that sometimes the best feature of all might just be the delete button. However, if you did enjoy the video, hit the like button, subscribe, do all those YouTube things, and maybe even comment about your Scratch experience so I know I'm not alone. And remember, if you ever think that a project might just be simple, just remember that it will never, ever be that simple.